For the first time in a while, we are starting this episode during the daytime. I don't know why it always seems to be nighttime when I start an episode. But in the previous episode, we killed the twin something. I don't know. I can't. Dioscuri. Look, it's very anime. We killed that boss. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. And in today's episode, we have to kill Plantera and Golem. And that's probably not going to be too difficult. I've already kind of set up a little bit. I got myself a City Buster, which is from Fargo's Mutant mod. Nice little convenience mod. It's just going to make a big arena for us. I need a Spelunker potion because we're going to go... Actually, I may as well take both of those. We're going to go try and find a load of life fruit. I've kind of stayed in the world a little bit in between episodes, try to get some more to grow, including Plantera bulbs. I do know where one Plantera bulb is at, but likely, you know, not a great spot for us to actually go fight the boss. You'll see what I mean when I point it out later. But yeah, we're gonna go try get ourselves some life fruit. There's one right down there. Look, it's already starting out good for us. One thing though is, man, I just cannot get the game sound to work properly lately. I just like constantly doing this, like, I don't even know what it is, some kind of like crackling. It's just a really weird, annoying thing. And when I tried to fix it before, we're using an actual, look, got a whoopee cushion, using like an actual fix that did fix it for me. Totally didn't fix it for you guys. In fact, it actually just got rid of all the music in the game for you guys, and I don't know why. It's such a weird, you know, computer troubleshooting sometimes can be very agitating and annoying, and I don't know why it did that, but it did. So you're just gonna have to deal with a little bit of crackle today in the game as we just, well, try to get through it. Let's see. I am recording today's episode, not necessarily because I'm like interested in playing Terraria tonight. I think I kind of mentioned rather in the last episode that I am feeling quite a bit better about the game, and I am enjoying myself quite a bit more. But you know what? I'm also doing a playthrough of The Last of Us on the channel. Did I already loot this? I must have. The problem is I didn't put any torches down, so I'm actually not sure where I've been and where I have not been. I'm doing a playthrough of The Last of Us, and on PC, the game has been a bit buggy, and it's got a known memory issue. So essentially the longer you play the game, the higher chance you have to crash, and the game will eventually crash. That memory leak is really annoying for me to be dealing with right now. So like that's just like the biggest overhead there. You know, we're playing through the game, but we're still dealing with some of these issues. I say some because actually the game has been updated a couple times since it released last week, and you know what? It's running a bit better. It still crashes at, what the heck? Oh, freaking tortoise. I hate the turtles so much. They come out of nowhere and just one shot you half the time. I hate them. Good thing I didn't really have a lot of gold on me. Anyways, it's been updated a couple times. It's running a lot better, and because of that, I've actually been enjoying my time with it quite a lot. So the last few days, I've been doing episodes for The Last of Us, and again, really enjoying it. Except I'm recording today's episode because I'm a little scaredy boy and need a day break from The Last of Us, because if you saw I think it's episode 9 of The Last of Us that I put up. It's 9 or 8. I'm pretty sure it's 9. Yeah, it was a very scary episode. If you played the game, it was when I was in the basement of the hotel. If you've never played the game, that's not gonna mean anything to you. And I think that if you haven't watched that episode yet, oh, there's a Plantera bulb right there. Look how nifty that is. Cool. We can actually go drop this bomb right over here, and that's exactly what we're going to do. If you haven't watched that episode, in fact, if you haven't watched that series, I've been really enjoying it. I've been really doing it with a lot of passion, and I think it's because it's just kind of something new. I haven't had something new to play in a bit. We've been doing a lot of Terraria on the channel lately and a lot of first impressions, but this is like a game that I can, actually it might be the first, let me think about this for a second. I think it is the first official playthrough of a game that I've done since finishing the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. So that's a thing, I guess. How far are we from our corpse? That's way over there. All right, how do I want to do this? Honestly, if I just drop this thing like right here, it'll probably be pretty good. So here's how I'm gonna do it. We're just gonna do this. We're gonna go boop. And I'm gonna mute the game sound because this is really loud. Cool, it blew up. Hopefully I remember to do that. It is like, what the heck? It's like obnoxiously loud, that effect, because it's just like, it's a big explosion that destroys everything. I need platforms. I gotta do that before we head back there. So yeah, I highly recommend going and checking that series out if you haven't. It's fun, right? It's fun, but you also get to watch me be a scaredy boy in episode 9, and it's really intense. Platform. Do I have any platforms? 159. That's probably not going to be enough. So let's make some more. Just wood platforms. Let's do like maybe a bit more. That should be more than enough. And I'm out of Spelunker potions. Oh well. Also, I probably should use these 2 life fruits. Get those done. Which, you know, puts us up to 445 max. It's not too bad. I am really enjoying The Last of Us. Yesterday was the first time. Oh, freaking Blood Moon. Yesterday, this is gonna make this so freaking difficult. Oh no, I'm really not looking forward to this because I just was gonna come down here and put in platforms, so that way we can actually, like, you know, fight this boss properly. Unfortunately, having the Blood Moon means that the spawn rates will be all amped up to crazy levels, and it's gonna make this very impossible to put platforms down, but we will try. So yesterday doing The Last of Us was the first time, I'm not gonna be able to do this. Did you see that turtle just like come out of nowhere? Oh, man, I hate blood moons. Here's what we're gonna do. Watch this. I think I haven't used this yet in a while. Nope, apparently I have. Okay. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm honestly just gonna come down here. And I'm just gonna jump cut to the daytime because I don't wanna have to deal with this. It's literally the last thing I wanna do right now is deal with a blood moon or deal with any kind of stupid event like that. It's not fun. It's actually negative fun for me. It takes all of the fun out of the room, which is, yeah, it ties into kind of what I was saying. I didn't want to do The Last of Us last night because as soon as I started the episode, I was like, oh crap, this is going to be like a really spooky bit and I don't want to play a scary game right now. So I like heavily debated within the first 10, 15 minutes of recording to just like turn it off and go do Terraria. And I think if I had come across a blood moon at that point, I would have been quite happy. But right now, I don't want to have to deal with one. I hate this game. I actually hate this game. I cannot believe that. It goes straight from a blood moon into a solar eclipse. You know what's funny? I had thought to myself when I was doing this episode, when I was planning to do this episode like 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. It's been a while actually at this point, so just wait. It's been about 20 minutes since I started. So yeah, about 30 minutes ago. Not that matters, but I thought to myself about 30 minutes ago, man, I'm feeling so energized to do Terraria right now. I'm feeling really good. And then it just hits me with the double whammy. the I don't want to play this game right now. Come on now, with the 2 events back to back that are completely unskippable for me, and I can't clear them. It's not like a pumpkin moon where you can like go. Well, actually, that's a bad example. Yeah, it just means I'm forced to sit here either waiting because I can't sleep through either of these events, or we just push on. And that's not necessarily the best idea either. I think what I could do is potentially spawn this boss. That's a possibility, maybe, and then go from there. I need to clear out this little tunnel that I just built, though. Otherwise, that ain't happening. Maybe we try. Maybe we try. This might be a bad idea. I don't know if it'll actually spawn the boss or not. Okay, it did. And it spawned it in the literal worst possible spot for me. Which is really, really bad. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna die because he spawned it, or it spawned it right there. Holy crap, game. Okay, we can pull this together now. We can pull this together. Let's use the repeater on this one. Right, and then once we get to the, oh, you know what? I got a couple of these. Once we get to all of the little dudes that pop out, then I think I'll switch it up. And we'll go to the Daedalus. Daedalus Stormbow, pretty good for the little guys when using holy arrows, as you might expect, but also totally not necessary. And you're kind of limited on how you utilize your arena at that point too. I'm gonna save my Stellar Nova for, oh my goodness, with those, for the second phase. Hopefully get it. I started off so poorly with that. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. All right, here we go.
Let the stars consume.
All right, that should have killed a bunch of those for us. Although, ooh, this is really bad. We're gonna touch down for a second, reconfigure myself. Oh my goodness. I'm in a very bad spot here. There we go. I think we got it back. We got it back. I just gotta wait for a heal. One thing to consider though is using the Daedalus Stormbow. We should be killing enough of these to get a little bit more hearts on the ground, but I've only found that one. I think we should still be able to handle this. Let's heal up real quick. Yeah, the Daedalus Stormbow stuff does not have piercing. That's another thing to consider. But what you're doing the damage with is the holy arrows. Oh, I can't believe we actually did that. Yay. You know what I mean? I don't even have a safe place to go look at this stuff. We literally have to go underground. I even put my clock here so I can see what time it is. Let's open that up. What do we get? We got not any of the weapons that we could potentially use. Figures, huh? Right. Stellar Nova thing. Sorry. Stellar Array, is that what it's called? Let's see what we get. That marks the end of Plantera. Very good work. You should be able to access the jungle temple now. Yeah, I totally can. I also believe that there's... it's just telling me that there's more stuff down there. I also believe that there's new materials to be found within the dungeon. Just have to take it by force. Another upgrade has been unlocked in the Stellar Array as well. We meet again, Zandakiki. Again, I need your assistance. This is the unsullied canvas. It will draw the Witch of Ink out of hiding. Okay. This is another important step in the pursuit of the first Starbearer. I hate these things. If they kill this NPC, I have a hard time teleporting down here. Please prepare yourself. This will be a hard fight. Well, you say that, but the last one wasn't so bad. Okay, this one is after Duke and after all this stuff. I mean, that's not very far in the future, but yeah. So we got a summon there. This is this keeps saying hey, you want to interact. Magic weapon. I don't care. I'm not even going to talk about the stupid magic weapons. Okay, she don't got anything else for us. Let's go ahead and go to the array. So we killed Plantera. I don't remember which one is Plantera. Was it this one? Not taking damage for 12 seconds, gain 10% increased damage, 25 defense, knockback, resist, health regeneration, buffs are lost on hit. I think that is the one. Which is pretty good. Defeat golems coming up here. Or no, maybe it's this afterburner one. When mana drops below 40, gain 150 mana and all attacks critically strike for 4 seconds. That might be what it is. This golem one is going to be interesting. No, go. Oh my goodness. Just, stupid bat. I had to just put a door over here so that they can't actually get in. Oh, now you want to talk. An essence battles, it summons a mystical fox that burns your enemies. Is it literally another summon essence? I feel like 90% of the essences we get are for a summoner weapon. That one is that one is. I know I can change the thing, but it's just, I don't like that actually in practicality. I don't think that it really works. So here's the thing. Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. Actually, no, I did. So you can change those weapons' damage types. But as cool as that concept is, and as much as I like that to begin with, I don't think practically it plays out, because I shouldn't have access to all of these weapons. I should feel like my class matters, and my class doesn't matter. My class choice that well, I mean, it's all arbitrary anyways. I could do whichever one I want. But I feel like my choice of playing Ranger makes no difference. My choice of playing Summoner makes no difference. Actually, in this case, it would make quite a big difference, because I feel like every weapon is a summoner weapon. But like if I was playing melee, I feel like my choice of playing melee doesn't matter, because all of these weapons go with that. You know, you could use them on any of the classes. I think in concept it works. In actual gameplay, it doesn't. It just doesn't really play well for me. It feels like the game is taking pity on its own design. Does that make sense? Which leads me to a thought that I was having the other day when I was thinking about the Stars Above, which it feels like they need a systems designer. Like someone to come in and take all of these good ideas that they have and actually like make a system for them. Like this. Oh, hold on, let me keep doing that. This whole thing is really cool. Like the Stellar Nova, the whole menu here for this, the Stellar Array. I like this stuff, but it feels like it's just a little disjointed. And they don't play well with each other. It feels like they're individual silos in the same mod that weren't necessarily considered to have synergy with each other. I mean, the Stellar Array does not need to have synergy with the Stellar Nova, but you know what? If you did certain buffs here, could affect your Stellar Nova as well. That would be pretty cool. And just like little things, not like having huge effects on it. Or these weapons, like if these weapons felt a little bit more unique, right, and less spammed out. I feel like I get so many of these things, and 99% of them are just a wall of text. Like here, I guarantee you this is going to be a wall of text. Look at this. It's just a big wall of text. So it feels like there's a lot of thought and design going into particular things, but it's not meshing well with each other. Actually, you know, I've got a great analogy for this. My wife and I have been watching, because, you know, we just bought a house. We just moved into our house, and we're looking at doing some home improvement stuff. You know, it's a blank slate. It's a builder grade house. It's brand new. So we basically get to do whatever we want to it. And when we start considering like, what can we do? We actually put our minds on like a million different things. So instead of like getting a little lost in the weeds, we're using some of my organizational abilities that I have and her eye for certain design elements. We're kind of combining that and trying to go one stage at a time. But in order to kind of inspire that, we've been watching a show on Netflix, or actually many shows. Just like there's typical home improvement shows. There's a handful of them that we like, and we typically like the more European ones, the British ones. They're a little less dramatic and whatnot. And there was this one, I don't remember. It's like Interior Design Masters or something like that. It's a like a competition where they have to like design certain things, kind of like a, you know, like a typical reality TV show competition kind of thing. But in this show, and this goes into my analogy here with the design of this, they often have to pair up with each other and design something. And typically what happens when they do that in the show is you don't get a nice coherent style. You do see the styles that they're designing clashing against each other, not necessarily working well with each other, or not being unified. And instead of playing off of each other, and what usually is happening in these scenarios is that these people weren't getting along while they were doing their designing, and it shows. I'm not saying that the people who work on this, the stars above aren't getting along. But what I am saying is it does feel like all of their different designs are really cool, but something is not quite gelling yet. It needs either like a producer to come in, and these are like official titles in game design, but it doesn't have to be that. It's just basically someone to come in and help glue it all together in a more cohesive way and give it a single unified path, or like a systems designer to come in and kind of figure out how to get this all working together to be more of a harmonious design. Because I love the different elements of this mod, but it frustrates me that there's so many of these essences and I don't use 99% of them. One, because even though they seem good, a lot of them are not that great, which is a balance issue, a design issue. And then two, there's so many of them, I just feel like kind of overwhelmed with it. If I got one, let's say, how many bosses are pre-hard mode? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's say I got 2, maybe 3. I think if I got 3 essences from King Slime down to the Wall of Flesh, that would feel really good. But the fact that you get one from King Slime, or you get multiples through doing this, and then multiples from visiting different spots like the graveyard and whatnot. So you get like 1 from King, you get 7 all the way to Wall of Flesh, or 6 to defeat the Wall of Flesh, and then once you defeat them, you get 7, and then you get all the ones for visiting different areas. So it just kind of feels like a bit much. I think they need to be a little bit more focused, a little cooler, and a little less of a wall of text, because this is insane. This is overly designed, and it could be simplified, especially with the language that it's using, which I've mentioned before in a previous episode. That's kind of where I'm feeling the mod at the moment. So if you're wondering why I don't use more of them, one, I'm not getting enough ranger ones, and that kind of disappoints me because I want more ranger specific weapons, which is why I'm going to play a ranger in the next playthrough that we do as well, just to kind of make up for it. And two, they're just so complicated in their wording and gameplay that is it really worth it? They're not even that well balanced compared to the normal Terraria weapons. I'm better off using the normal Terraria weapons 90% of the time anyways. But we will get through it. Golem's going to go nice and fast. Always does. I'm going to use a different weapon for Golem for sure. We will probably do all these events just to get them done and out of the way, and then we'll go and do Duke. And then we're basically on the final stretch of this mod, which we should get done before the end of the month. Hopefully. We'll see.